Hi, good morning mga kapote, and to those who are all watching. I'm Miss Charlene Medina, one of the Potes Board of Trustees. Today, I am tasked to share one of the tutorial which I think is a big help to us in dealing with teaching, especially in this new normal situation. So, as you can see nowadays, there are rampants of surveys or quizzes that with a single clicking on it, you can answer. You can give your survey and then later on, you could have your generated certificates. Now, with that, have you been wondering why or how it's made of? Or do you want to know how to make your own? So let's try. Let's start. So let's have using Google Forms. Take note, it is not necessary that you're expert in using computer. What is important is you know how to follow instructions. Let's have our step number 1 in creating a Google form. First, you should be able to log in on your Gmail account at google.com. So, we have this, the google.com, you have your icon, the Gmail, and then sign in or log in. Click sign in and then you will enter your Gmail account and of course your password. So type in your email account, your email address, then click next, and of course your password, and then also click next. Next, let's have step number 3. For step number 3, you're going to click Google Apps. So Google Apps can be found on the upper part or near your name. It is composed of 9 dots. Just click that and then you look for the forms. So forms looks like this one, yung color violet. Okay, and then click that. Then, to start a new form, you will click blank. So this is the window that will appear and then all you have to do is to click blank. Then after you click blank, you click the untitled form. So this is the untitled form and then you type your file name. I have already typed my file name here. Let's say pretest in TLE for grade 7. Then type the title of your form and the description as to where you will use the form. So the title of your form here in this part, okay, so I have typed example pretest in TLE 7 and 8 for grade 7 and 8 ICT computer system servicing. And then for the description on the lower part, I have typed first quarter lesson 1. Identify and select appropriate hand tools according to the task requirements. So that is our the title of the form. And then let's explore the parts of our form. Let's have the top part tools or the function of that tools. Okay, let's have first the file name. So as I told you a while ago, you're going to type in your file name. So let's have the pretest in TLE 7 or 8 for grade 7 and 8. Then we have the questions. So in the questions, we're going to tackle that next. And then we have the responses. So responses, you will see how many respond to the questions. And then let's have the preview. So preview, uh, after you had made your form, your questions, you can see the preview and then you can, that preview is the view part wherein that is how does your survey or your form will look like. Okay? Parang in printing, that is your hard copy or how does it look like when it will be viewed. And then we had the settings. So in settings, this is your preferences of whatever you're going to do with your form. So we're going to tackle that later. And then your preferences. So preferences includes if you want to make your copy, if you want to add a collaborators, or anything that you want to do with your Google form. Now, let's proceed. Okay, meron pa pala on or off responses. So, what's the function of this on and off responses? So, if you have given a due date for the responses, let's say, for example, you have asked your student or your co-teachers to answer your Google form until 12 p.m. or 12 midnight, you can toggle off your responses by just toggle this one. Okay? You are going to toggle off this one, and then you can no longer accept responses. So your co-teachers or your students could not be able to access that anymore. Okay? But you can toggle it on if you still, let's say you have changed your mind, if you want to accept another responses on the particular Google form. Next, let's have on the side part, on the side toolbar. So we had, if you want to add questions, so if you want to add questions on your Google form, just click that plus sign, and then you can add title and description. Let's say in each section, you want to add another title and then the description of it. So we're going to have that later. And then you can add images on it. You can also add videos. So imagine, let's say on your class, you want to add your made own video, and then later on you can put questions, guide questions regarding to the video that you have put on your Google form. So parang ano siya, personalized. Or you can add using YouTube, okay, or any channel from the net. And then we can also add section. So section, if you want to see on the another window doon sa ating Google form. So usually, yung lagi nakikita nyo may nakasulat na next or back. So that is for another section. Next, let's have on the bottom part. So on the bottom part of your Google form, you may see this toolbar or the bar. So you can have the duplicate. If you have a certain questions and if you have the same type of question, you just click duplicate to be able to have that same type of questions. And then you may customize that later. And then delete. So let's say you have changed your mind, you can delete that question. And then required toggle. So this is one of the most important part. Required toggle means if you ask, let's say, yung mga name, yung name ng student mo. So kung importante yung name ng student, you just toggle on the required. So that they could not proceed without putting their name on it. So parang requirement siya. It will be, you can see an asterisk beside the questions that says it should be a requirement to answer that question. And then, options. So, options, dun makikita kung if you want to add description or you can add section. So, later we're going to talk about that. Next, for header part, you click Customize Themes. So, where you can find the customized themes on the upper part. So, you can see this one. Okay, yan. Yung parang palette siya ng coloring, ng palette ng painting. So, by clicking that, you will prompt on this window, okay, or dialog box, and then all you have to do is to choose. You can choose an image, a theme color. So, sa image, mapapalitan yung header yun sa pinakataas. Pag theme color naman, diba, gusto mong blue, so blue yung magiging pinaka-background ng iyong Google form. So, if you want to click, to put a header, just click choose image. Okay, so, ito yung lalabas. You can just choose whatever theme you want to select, anong header siya. So, let's say, ang pinili ko yung nando sa may pinakababa. So, kinlik ko lang yon and then ito yung lumabas. So, ito na yung pinaka-header natin, yung may mug, may pencil, merong mga paper. So, yun yung pinaka nasa taas, yung pinaka-header niya. Okay, so, it's all about whatever preferences you would like. And then, let's have the adjustment. So, we can also adjust the setting. So, sabi ko kanina, if you want to adjust the setting according to your preferences, okay, basically, mahalaga yung ating settings. So, sa settings, you have to collect email address. So, kung magkakaroon tayo na activity later on, yung sa autocrat, so kung kailangan mo maglagay ng autocrat, you need to collect email address. So, that email address should be valid para hindi magkaroon ng error once na nag-send automatic si Google doon sa recipient nung, let's say, ng certificate. So, kailangan valid yung address. Then, you can choose to limit for one response. Ibig sabihin, pagkasagot nila, sasabihin doon, kung halimbawa ulitin-ulit nila, sasabihin doon na you have already responded. So, limit lang siya sa isang response. But, kapag inantagal off mo siya, so pwede siyang magsagot ng paulit-ulit. Then, respondents also can edit after submit. So, yun nga, kung meron siya nakalimutan, ay, hindi nga pala yun yung number ko, mali yata. So, kapag kinlik mo, inilagay mo, toggle on mo yung edit after submit, ibig sabihin, pwede niyang i-edit. Pero kapag in-uncheck mo yan, yun na yun. Hindi na niya pwedeng i-edit. Next, you can also add images. As I told a while ago, in your form, pwede tayo maglagay ng image by simply clicking add image on the side toolbar. Ito nga yung kanina. Yung may dito, yung image sa toolbar. Gusto mo lagyan ng a picture. Picture halimbawa ng lesson mo. So, pwede ilagay mo doon. Then, lagyan mo ng title, yung pinaka-lesson mo. Okay? Next, let's have step number 7. So, step number 7, click add title and a description, then type the first part of your form such as instructions or direction. Siyempre, lahat naman ng ating mga questions, kailangan meron tayo instructions and direction. So, basically, ito muna yon nakasulat ang title. Title. Okay, so kiklik natin to yung parang letter T na isang malaki sa maliit. So, siya ay add title and description. So, tatype mo lang dito yung title mo. Okay, let's say multiple choice. That is the type of your test. Then, you're going to put a direction. Let's say, read the questions carefully and choose the best answer. And then, yan. Step number 8, you may drag the 6 dots to transfer the arrangement of your title or questions. So, just in case na nakagawa ka na ng maraming questions, and then, naisip mo, ito palang question na to dapat mauna dito. Halimbawa, tinype mo muna ay name ng students, then sex, and then grade level and section, and then naisip mo, unahin muna yung grade level and section bago yung sex. So, pwedeng, etong 6 na dots na to, pwede mo lang siyang i-click and then drag, and then gagalaw na siya. Pwede mo nang pagpapalitin yung arrangement ng iyong questions. Okay? Next, let's have step number 9. Turn on the required toggle so that it will require a response before answering the next question. Yun yung sabi ko kanina. So, click nyo itong required. So, toggle on mo lang siya. Magkakaroon dito sa questions na complete me, meron dyang asterisk. So, ibig sabihin, they could not proceed to another sections without answering that kasi ni-record mo nga siya. Okay? Next, for step number 10, choose the correct type of questions from the drop-down list. Okay, syempre, depende kung anong type ng question. Halimbawa, ito, i-click lang natin yan dito sa may gilid. So, pwedeng short answer, a paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, a drop-down list box, or drop-down. You can if you can have file upload, a linear scale, multiple choice grid, checkbox grid. It could be a date and a time. So let's have it one by one. You can also add answer key. So, balik tayo doon sa settings, di ba kanina, yung sa general natin, yung nagre-request ng email address, and then limit to one response, or they can edit the response. Ngayon naman, i-click natin yung tab ng quizzes. So, kung quiz siya na kailangan makakuha ng ng scores, i-toggle on mo lang yung make this as a quiz. Para later on, magkakaroon ng counting kung ilan yung points ng bata. Halimbawa sa quiz. Halimbawa, gagawin na siyang quiz. Or kung survey lang naman siya, no need na siguro siyang make as quiz kung survey. Pero kung quiz siya, bawa ginawa mo para sa mga students mo, make that as a quiz. Okay? So, pwedeng ang release ng points niya ay immediately after submission para makita na yung score niya, or respondents para i-click mo rin yung missed questions if ever makita na gusto mong makita ng yung respondents, or let's say ng yung students kung saan siya nagkamali. Let's say mali siya. So, lilitaw doon. Okay? So, quizzes. And then, so ito yon example. Ito yung question mo, and then ito yung choices mo. So, may lalabas dito ang answer key. 1 point. So, isa-set mo siya. Okay. You can also add answer feedback. So, kung feedback mo, ba, ito nga, pinilit mo siya. So, ito yon. Kapag kinlik mo yung quiz, make this a quiz, syempre, pipiliin mo kung ano yung tamang sagot. So, i-click mo lang, halimbawa, it is called the brain of the computer. Syempre, ang answer mo is CPU. So, click mo lang siya, yung kanyang radio button dito, and then, palitan mo kung ilang points siya. Halimbawa, kung multiple choice siya, isang answer lang siya, so make it 1 point. And then, click answer feedback. Ito yung nasa may pinakababa. Then, you can type anong feedback yung gusto mong ilagay. Ba, nilagay ko ay correct. Kung Pilipino naman na teacher, pwede mong ilagay magaling. Yan. Okay, and then click save. Next. O, doon na tayo sa mga different type of questions and answer, of course. So, let's have short answer type. Click short answer for questions that require short answer text. So, ito yon. Ito yung, let's say, ang ating, ano ba yung usual na questions na kailangan ng short answer? So, let's say, complete name. So, click mo lang yung short answer. So, di ba, pag kinlik mo tong drop-down na to, lilitaw doon yung mga different types. So, piliin mo yung short answer. So, ayan nga. And then, pwede rin namang multiple choice. Type of question, choose the type of question and type the choices. So, ito yung question. Then, pinili mo multiple choice. Kanina ay short answer. Ngayon, multiple choice. Pinili mo. And then, meron siyang, syempre, kung multiple choice, kailangan may mga options ka, may mga choices ka. So, ilalagay mo dito yung question mo at saka yung iyong mga choices. Okay. For questions which have choices, as I said a while ago, click add option or add other, then type the choices. So, let's say, ito yung una mo, ito yung mga choices mo. Let's say, una CPU. Then, type mo lang, i-click mo lang yung add option or add other. Yan. Then, type mo na kung ano-ano yung iba pang mga choices. Okay? Next. You can also add image to your choices. O pwede rin palang picture. So, ito nga katulad kanina. So, anong gagawin mo? Okay? So, meron dun sa tabi, nitong, ba ito, itong monitor. Sa tapat niyan, may makikita kang yung picture ng image icon, then click mo lang siya, and then hahanapin mo siya, syempre, i-upload mo siya galing sa iyong computer. Okay? So, maglalabas na yun ng ganyan. So, ito na example. Kunwari, letter A, ang pipili yung iyong student kung itong picture na to or itong picture na to. Then, sabi ko nga kanina, correspond to 1 point kasi multiple choice siya. Next. Kung checkbox naman, checkbox type of your question, choose checkbox or multiple responses and type the choices. So, ibig sabihin nito, multiple response ang kailangan, hindi lang isa. So, let's say, may question. Yan. Choose 2 examples of output devices. So, click mo lang yung checkbox. And then, kailangan meron kang more than one answer. Kaya nilagay, specify dito, choose 2 examples. So, halimbawa, sagot natin monitor and printer. So, yun nga yun. Select natin siya kanina dun sa ating answer key. So, ito nga. Ito nilalabas. Ito na yung makikita ng student natin. So, the answer is monitor and the printer. Next, if it is drop-down type of question, choose drop-down, of course, and then type the choices. So, ito nga, click natin, choose natin drop-down. So, syempre, pag drop-down, may pagpipilian yan. So, halimbawa, halimbawa natin, yung sex, male and female. Yan. Okay, so in this example, what device is a mouse? So, ang pwedeng pagpipilian niya ay input and output. Okay, so, eto magiging itsura niyan. So, you choose, click lang nila kung siya ba input or output. Okay? Next, how about the date? Okay, if it is a type of question na date, choose date, of course. So, eto yung magiging itsura niya. Okay, so you're going to, ayan, just choose month, day, and year. Just the date. So, ganito yung magiging itsura niyan. So, pipili na lang ang ating respondents kung anong date, and then the day, okay, and then the year. Next. Kapag time naman, so time siya, choose time. Hindi ko pala ito napalitan ng time. If it is time, okay, so time naman. So, set natin siya. Then, ganito ang lalabas. So, itatype ng ating respondents yung specific time and then click AM or PM. Next, file upload. Kung kailangan naman ng mag-upload, let's say, yung inyong activity, kailangan mo ng output ng student mo. So, kailangan i-upload nila yung output nila. So, syempre, it should be a file, uploadable. So, choose file upload and you may change settings you desired. So, ito nga, papalitan natin siya ng file upload. And then, kung anong gusto nating settings, gusto mo i-allow lahat, gusto mo i-allow only specific file type. Halimbawa, gusto mo ay, kung ang pinapasubmit mo lang ay video, so MP4, ano pa yung mga yan, 3GP, kung ano yung different types. Pero kung wala ka naman in-specify na type, ano ba, gusto mo MP3, MP4, kahit ano, huwag mo na lang siyang i-toggle on. And then, maximum number of files na gusto mong i-submit ng student mo. Halimbawa, gusto mo, bawat bata, hanggang 3. So, this, ano mo lang siya, change mo lang siya. Then, maximum file size. So, nilagay mo dito hanggang 10 MB. So, pwede sila mag-upload hanggang 10 MB. Okay? Next. So, ganito magiging tsura niyan kapag sa partner ng ating respondent. So, nandun, upload your output here. So, kiklik lang nila yung add file and then, ilolocate na nila, hanapin nila yun doon sa kanilang computer, yung file na kanilang i-upload. Next. Checkbox grid. Type of questions, choose checkbox grid, input contents in both rows and columns. So, ito example nun. So, halimbawa, classroom maintenance checklist. So, pag-click natin checkbox grid, kailangan meron dong rows and columns. Halimbawa, group 1 and group 2 yung ating rows. Group 1 and then group 2. Then, ano yung kanilang i-check? Halimbawa, maintenance nila, checklist nila. Kung ang group 1 ba ay nag-map ng floor, nag-remove ng dust, nag-clean ng blackboard, nag-arrange ng chairs. So, ganito magiging tsura nun. So, ba ito yung group 1? Ganito yung magiging tsura on the part ng ating respondents. Pwedeng click nila yung map the floor, pwede rin remove dust, lahat yan. Pag checkbox grid naman, pwedeng multiple responses ang maging sagot. Okay? And then, Pwede rin yung siguro sa sa rubrics. And then, multiple choice grid naman. So, sa multiple choice grid naman, of course, choose multiple choice grid. Ayan. Then, input contents in both rows and columns. So, halimbawa, ano lang siya, kumbaga, isang check lang siya sa bawat isang rows. Halimbawa, output number 1, check, yes ba or no? Output number 2, yes or no? Output number 3, yes or no? So, how does it look like on the end of your respondents? Ganito yung yan. So, isang sagot lang. Bawa, output number 1, yes. Pag kinlik mo na yung yes, hindi na magkiklik yung no. Pag kinlik mo yung no, mawawala, mat-toggle off yung yes. Gets? Next. If you wish to separate your form into sections, just click Add Section on the side toolbar. Yung kaninang pinakita ko kanina sa side toolbar. Name the section and repeat the steps applicable to new section. So, ito nga yun. Ayan, nasa baba. Another section. Okay, and then, syempre, title your section. Diba? Section 2 of 2. Bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng section 2 of 2? Halimbawa, ibang ano na siya, halimbawa, yung unang section natin ay tungkol sa demographics. Okay, halimbawa, yung tungkol lang sa profile. Halimbawa, name, age, sex, ganyan. Then, another section natin, syempre, nandun na yung mga question natin. Kaya, another topic na. So, another section na yon. So, you could have multiple sections as long as you want. Okay, pero syempre, kung na masyadong mahaba, mahirapan yung ating respondents. Okay? Next, step number 12. You can also duplicate your section, especially if the contents of the sections are the same. Click the 3 dots on the upper right of each section and click Duplicate Section. So, ito yon. Yan, yung tatlong dots on the upper part ng ating section. So, bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng duplicate section? Siyempre, naano nyo na, di ba, na experience nyo na yung nagsagot tayo ng survey o yung katami, alam niyo yung katami, di ba? Yung i-evaluate natin yung ating mga speaker, yung program proper, kung okay siya. Siyempre, same questions naman yan eh. Pinapalitan lang yung title. Halimbawa, yung pinapalitan yung pangalan ng speaker. Pero, yung checklist nila doon, same. So, ang gagawin natin, tatake ba natin lahat ulit yun? So, hindi na. So, just click Duplicate Section para same questions and then pwede mo lang siyang i-customize. Pwede mo lang i-edit yung title niya. Okay? Next. Yan, Duplicate Section. Ayan, okay na. So, meron ka na ang Google Form. Natapos mo na yon. So, ang gagawin mo na lang, paano natin i-share? Diba? Siyempre, nagawa ka ng form. Siyempre, paano sasagutan nyo ng ating mga teachers at saka ng mga students? So, kailangan mag-generate ka. Pwede yung, i-click mo lang yung preview button, tapos i-highlight mo yung URL niya, and then, i-copy, and then, i-paste mo yun dun sa group chat nyo. And then, pag kinlik na yon ng mga teachers or ng students natin, lalabas na yung ating Google Form. Pwede na nilang sagutan. Pero make sure, i-preview muna siya ha, kasi kapag yung mismo Google Form natin na ini-edit ang ating kinapi and then pinaste, magkakaroon sila ng pwede nilang ma-edit yung mapapalitan. Pwedeng mapalitan yung mga questions mo doon. So, dapat, ang ibibigay mo sa kanila, yung preview form, yung view form. Pero, makikita nyo sobrang haba ng URL. Pwede rin naman pala natin siyang i-shorten. So, i-customize natin siya gamit yung kung ano yung gusto natin maiksi na iksi. Parang paiksiin natin siya. So, let's have how to generate a shortened thing. Okay, step 1. Click the preview button at the upper right corner of the form. Okay, so, ito yung preview button. Yung parang mata. Okay? Then, another tab will open, showing the answer sheet view of your form. So, lalabas na yung answer sheet. Hindi yung ginawa na may mga questions ha. Yung parang answer sheet na siya. Okay? Step 2. Copy, ito na yung parang answer sheet. Nakita niyo to, view form. Copy the complete link of the preview form in the URL. So, ayan. right-click, i-copy mo siya. Yan, right-click or copy, highlight, then copy. And then, step 3, click a new tab. Magamit tayo ng new tab, and then type tinyurl.com in the URL. So, marami tayong shortened link generator. Meron tayong tinyurl, meron tayong bit.ly, meron tayong depedin, etc. Pero, para sa akin, yung pinakamadali, tinyurl. Pero hindi ko siya in-endorse. Basta, basta madali lang tinyurl. So, paano siya gagawin? So, click lang natin, i-type natin sa URL yung tinyurl.com. Yan, type lang natin siya dyan. And then, makikita nyo na, ito na yung kanyang portal. So, yan, ganyan na itsura. Step 4, paste the long URL inside the text box. Di ba nag-copy kayo, hinapin nyo yung view form sa URL, i-paste nyo siya dito sa enter a long URL to make tiny. Okay, dito. Type, i-paste nyo. Right-click, paste. O kaya Control-V. Okay? And then, step number 5, i-type nyo yung shortened link that you want in the text box. So, example, yung ginawa ko kanina. Gusto ko lang, di ba yung ito yung mahaba na URL. Gusto ko, mag-iano lang siya, pretest TLE. Para madali lang siyang makabisado. Pretest-TLE. So, yun lang yung naisip ko. So, it depends upon your preferences. And then, na-type mo na yan, then click the Make Tiny URL button. So, click mo na tong button na to. Make Tiny URL. And then, when your tiny URL, shortened URL was created, click Copy to Clipboard. So, ayan, good news. Meron ka ng tiny URL. So, ito na siya. https://tinyurl.com pretest.tle. So, i-click mo lang yung Copy to Clipboard. Ayan. Copy. So, nasa memory na siya ng iyong computer. So, ang gagawin mo na lang, i-share mo na siya. So, pwede na siyang i-share dun sa inyong group chat ng mga estudyante mo, o kaya pwede na rin sa page, group page, or kung saan mo gusto i-share. Okay, so, ang lalabas lang doon, ito lang, yung pinaiksing link. Okay, next. So, ito na yung pinaka isang part na nakaka-excite sa paggawa ng Google Form. So, pag sasama-samahin mo yung iba't ibang skills sa Google Suite. So, magagamit mo dyan yung Google Form, pero kailangan meron ka rin ng meron kang Google Slides. Siyempre, matututunan mo rin yung Google Spreadsheet. Okay? So, gagamit tayo ng AutoCAD. Para saan ba yung AutoCAD? Minsan, mahirap yung, halimbawa, saanin natin yung mga estudyante natin, parang ma-acknowledge yung mga ginawa nila or ma-acknowledge na na-receive mo yung kanilang activity, sasendan mo sila syempre ng reply mo. O, congratulations, or your answer is ganito, na their own personal copy. So, paano yun? So, ito yung requirements natin. Take note. First, you need to have an email account. Okay? Siyempre, may email account ka, dapat yung mga estudyante natin, yung ating respondents, meron dapat email account. Then, number 2, Google Drive. Siyempre, pag nagbukas ka naman ng email, meron ka naman Google Drive doon. Of course. Then, siyempre, lalo na kapag DepEd email. So, yan? Unlimited yung yan, yung space niyan. Then, number 3 requirement, survey form created using Google Forms. So, di ba marunong na tayo? Gumawa na tayo kanina. So, meron na tayo. Example. Then, template of certificate created using Google Slides. So, ang gagawin natin ngayon na lalagyan natin ng AutoCAD, gagawa tayo ng certificate. Okay? So, ito yon. So, paano gagawin natin? So, natin yung ating Google Drive. So, di ba, nabuksan mo na yung email mo. Meron doong dots, 9 dots, and then click mo lang siya, then piliin mo siya yung ganitong symbol, yung drive. Okay, and then, you can add new Google Docs, new Google Sheets, new Google Slides, and then new Google Form. Pero sa DepEd email, based from my experience, makikita mo na kaagad dun sa docs na yon. Pagka-click mo, makikita mo na kaagad dun si Google Forms. Parang katulad kanina ng ginawa natin. Okay? Next. So, you're going to prepare your Google Form. Siyempre, kailangan may Google Form ka na yung questions mo. Then, mag-prepare ka na rin ng Google Slides sa Google Drive mo. So, ito na yung Google Drive mo, i-upload mo lang siya or i-save mo siya doon, i-move mo siya doon. So, ito yung drive natin. Halimbawa, ang drive ko, may drive, nirename ko siya, naglagay ako ng folder doon, pote. Yan. Halimbawa, gusto mo pangalan mo o kaya grade and sections ng student mo. Then, lagay mo na doon yung iyong Google Slide. Ito, yung mismo template ng iyong certificate at saka yung iyong nagawang Google Form. So, dapat importante meron yan dalawa. Okay? Next, step 1 sa paggawa ng AutoCAD. Okay? Siyempre, meron ka ng iyong Google Form. Ito na yan. So, click the responses tab beside the questions. Kanina, hindi ko pa siya na-discuss kasi para dito siya. So, ito yon yung responses. Yan. I-click lang natin siya. Then, yan, lalabas. Yan. Itong magiging tsura niyan. Responses. So, since wala pa sumasagot, 0 responses. Pero once may sumagot dyan, syempre magkakaroon na siya. And then, click the spreadsheet button to generate Google Spreadsheet. So, click nito, itong create spreadsheet. Okay? So, sa step number 3, merong dialog box that will appear asking you to create a new spreadsheet. So, just click create. So, this is how it looks like. So, ito, it asks you to create a new spreadsheet. So, all you have to do is to click create. Okay? After you click create, okay, you could have step number 4. So, for step number 4, in this Google spreadsheet of your responses, you click add-on. So, your Google spreadsheet would look like this one. So, as you can see, meron tayong, ang nirequest ko kasi doon sa Google form na ginawa ko is only the email address, since it is a sample, email address lang, the complete name, and the sex of my students. So, click add-ons, then choose AutoCAD and launch. How? So, ito yon. So, you have in your menu bar from file, edit, view, insert, format, data tools. You could see add-ons. So, just click add-ons, and then you can see AutoCAD. So, click the AutoCAD, and then you click launch. So, after you have launched it, ito na yung lalabas. But then, you may ask, Ma'am, wala po akong AutoCAD. So, if you still don't have AutoCAD add-ons in your Google spreadsheet, click Get Add-ons. Kasi kung hindi mo siya makita, click natin yung Get Add-ons. So, you will be fronted here. Ito yung ating marketplace. So, parang ano siya, Google Play ng ating Google. So, you type AutoCAD in the search bar dito. Then, choose AutoCAD. So, ito. Since I have already my AutoCAD, ang nakasulat dyan, nakikita nyo, installed. Pero, sa inyo, syempre, mag-install pa lang kayo. So, just click that one, itong AutoCAD yung kulay yellow, and then, you click install. So, sa akin, hindi ko na siya i-install kasi I need that one. Okay, so you just click install and then wait until it's finished, and then you will just click allow. May mga ganun na mga questions eh. Just click allow. Don't worry with regards dun sa mga allow na yon. Just click allow. Okay, and then next, let's start with the AutoCAD proper nga. Ito na. So, first, you click the new job to create new merge job. So, once na na-click nyo na yung launch, so lalabas na yung ito, AutoCAD. No merge job set up yet. So, you have to click new job to begin, of course. Then, you type your job name. So, step number 1, you type your job name. So, let's say, example sa akin, Certificate of Participation. Then, click next. So that's the first step. Next, let's have step number 2. So you're going to choose your template from your drive. So all you have to do is to click this button, yung may nakasunod na from drive, and then you will locate yung iyong ginawang certificate template na gamit ang Google Slide. So example, ito yung ginawa ko na template. Ang pagkakaiba lang, para rin siyang counterpart ng Microsoft PowerPoint, yun nga lang sa Google, ang tag sa kanya ay Google Slides. So same lang din naman paggawa. And then, ang pagkakaiba lang, kailanganin natin yung tinatawag na tagging. So yung pagtatag natin, sa halimbawa, nilagay name. So dapat enclose siya dun sa ating dalawang less than tsaka greater than symbol. Okay? So, just like this one, ayan. And then, you click next. So, lalabas yung ating drive. So, dito sa drive, ito na, hinahanapin mo na siya. Then, pag nakita mo na siya, i-click mo lang siya, yung certificate na yon, yung template, and then click select. So, pag na-click mo na yung select, lalabas na siya. Ito na. So, nakalabas na siya dyan, Certificate of Participation, yung ating Google Slide. And then, click Next. Then, step number 3, you choose what is the source of the tag. So, ang source natin, yung name, of course. So, yun nga, sabi ko kanina, tagging siya. Nilagyan ko yung template ng name. So, ano yung pagkukuhanin niya? Anong source nun? Siyempre, yung anong source nun, meaning, anong part sa Google spreadsheet ang kukuhanin niya para mailagay niya doon sa template natin ng certificate. So, syempre, papalitan natin to. Sa una, ang default niya, wala, blank pa lang siya. So, click na lang natin yung drop down dito, then nandun yung mga choices. So, ito yung mga sample ng mga choices. Okay, ayan. So, since ang nirecord ko lang, syempre, date, ito yun, yung timestamp, ito yung date and time, then complete name, and then sex. Iyon lang hiningin ko, di ba? So, click natin yung complete name na yan. Yan yun. Para lang makita natin. And then, lagay natin siya, piliin natin yung complete name, and then click next. And then, let's have step number 4. Type your desired file name. Choose what type of output and mode of output. So, ang settings natin, syempre, isabihin, kapag ipadala na dun sa ating respondents, anong file name? No file. Siyempre, ang pipili natin yung complete name para meron siyang madidistinguish siya sa iba't ibang respondents natin. Okay, so kung complete name niya, yun yung file name. And then, type. Meron ditong choices. You have your PDF and then slides. So basically, ang piliin natin yung PDF. Kasi once naka-PDF file format siya, hindi siya magagalaw. So kasi usually naging problem kapag slides ang pinili natin, tapos kapag dinownload na siya, minsan distorted siya kapag depende sa version ng Microsoft PowerPoint na bubuksan. Halimbawa, ginawa natin siya sa higher version ng PowerPoint, and then kapag binuksan natin siya sa lower version, example, 2013 ginawa, tapos 2016, tapos binuksan siya sa Microsoft 2010, so medyo may konting difference lang yon. Baka magulo yung yung form. So, piliin na natin yung PDF form. And then, output as multiple output mode. So, it is in classic. So, piliin natin yung classic mode. Okay? Pag single output mode kasi, lahat ng mga certificate, sama-sama sa isang output lang siya. So, syempre, gusto natin, bawat estudyante natin, may tigit-isa silang personal copy. So, let's put it as the classic mode. Next, and then we click next. Yan. Multiple output. Next. Step number 5. Choose your destination folder for the author's copy. So, since we are the author, tayo yung gumawa, so, syempre, we need to have a copy. So, let's say, nagkaroon na ng problem. So, meron tayong copy natin. Syempre, basically, lagay natin siya sa ating drive. Okay, so, locate natin. Kanina nakita nyo yung ginawa ko. Gumawa ko ng folder dun sa aking drive, which is the POTE. So, lahat ng isa-send ko na personal copy ng aking respondents, meron din akong author's copy. Meron din ng sariling copy. So, just click next. Yan. So, yung step number 6 and number 7, do not change anything. Kasi, ano siya, medyo complicated siya. So, basta just skip it. Just click next button. So, you do not have to change anything dyan. Kasi, mga ano na siya, mga condition. So, it depends upon the situation. So, ano na lang, just click next button. Next. Click yes to share the copy. So, sa tanongin siya, step number 8, share the document. Syempre, click yes. So, if you will click no, you will only have your author's copy. Pero, hindi mo mabibigyan ng copy yung mga respondents natin. So, kapag kinlik mo yung no, hindi na po ito ilalabas. Pero, pag kinlik mo yes, so, syempre, i-share mo siya. So, PDF pa rin siya. Then, if you want to allow collaborators to reshare, kung ba meron kang collaborators do sa paggawa, pwede nyo siyang i-reshare nyon. Or, dito sa send from generic no reply address, kapag kinlik mo yung, yung no, so syempre, ang lalabas doon, galing sa'yo. Pero pag click mo yung yes, ang lalabas lang doon, generic no reply. So, hindi malalaman ng respondents kung kanino galing yung email na yun, tsaka yung mismo file. So, usually, kapag gusto natin ma-recognize na galing sa atin yun, click natin yung no. So, lalabas natin itong pag-send natin sa kanila. So, importante ito. Send email. So, make sure, lagay natin yung tagging ng email address. Kasi hiningi naman natin siya doon sa ating Google Form, yung email address. Sinet natin siya as collecting email address, right? So, lagay natin yung tagging doon and then, complete the email address, subject. So, ito yung subject natin, Certificate of Participation. Yan. And then, the body or message. You can just write congratulations or ganyan. Pero, para medyo, syempre, personalized, pwede mo sabihin, thank you for your participation. You have just received your Certificate of Participation relative to your attendance in the webinar on tutorials on digital on teaching and learning tools, creating Google Form with Autocrat on July 17, 2020. Kung gusto mong kompleto. Meron din, congratulations. Okay, and then click next. Then, click yes for automatic triggers as soon as someone responded in your form. So, pipiliin natin yes kung gusto nating pagka-click nila ng submit, meron kaya agad sila matatanggap sa email nila no certificate. Or no, kung gusto mong i-manual trigger mo siya. Usually kasi nagkakaroon ng problem kapag automatic, ano lang to, ano lang siya, once in a blue moon siguro, or basta minsan nagkakaroon ng problem na kapag send, nagkasabay, pwede nagkapalit ng certificate. So, mas sabi nila, i-manual trigger na lang daw, pero kung gusto mong automatic, yung kahit natutulog ka, nagsisend si Google sa kanila, okay naman yun. So, mas maganda siguro, automatic natin siya. Click natin yes. Pero kung gusto mo ring manual, pwede na namang no. Okay? Then, time or trigger, wag na lang natin siyang baguhin. Kasi, ang time kasi, pag pinili natin, kung ilan lang yung kung ilan yung sinet natin time, hanggang dun lang. Okay, so mag-aano ulit tayo, mag-rerun ulit tayo. Then finally, click save. So wala nang next dyan save na. Okay? Pag-click mo ng save, yon. You run your existing job by clicking the play or run button. So ito yon. You click that, and then lalabas na doon. Binabago ng settings, nag-merge job na siya, yan. And then, yan. So makikita nyo, ito. Yan. Ito kasi wala pang laman, wala pang respondents. So, once na may respondents na, ganito na magiging tsura. Yan. Yan, nag-respond na. So, nag-sample ako, nagsagot doon sa Google Form. So, ito na, makikita nyo, nakasulat, document successfully created. Document merge, PDF created, so nakagawa na ng file, then email sent to yung aking respondents, run by a trigger sa akin. So, nakapag-send na siya, ayan. Okay? So, ganito na magiging, ito yung ating Google Form na your response has been recorded. So as soon as you click submit, you will receive this one, and then automatic, with the use of Autocrat, you will receive on your email your certificate in your inbox. Ayan na yung notification on your inbox, and then you will just click your certificate. Okay, so that ends. Yun na yun. Congratulations! You can now have your Google form and then your Autocrat. Thank you!